Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the Modern History Previous Year Questions Part 15th. In today's session, we are going to discuss some of the questions related to modern history and we will see the topics which we can complete from these questions and what we can expect in the upcoming exams in the questions. So let's start. So these are the topics I got covered for you. I have got Mahatma Gandhi and his initial movement. So before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@itk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. First question that we have is, name the major revolt inspired by Mahatma Gandhi against the forced cultivation of indigo. Options are Dandi March, Munda Uprising, Champaran Satyagraha, or Non-Cooperation Movement. Try to think about it. And I guess the answer you are giving is quite right, because the answer of this question is Champaran Satyagraha. So the Champaran Satyagraha of 1917 was a farmer uprising that took place in Champaran district of Bihar in India. The farmers were protesting against having to grow indigo with barely any payment for it. So basically, indigo was the type of crop that is used for dyeing for coloring the clothes at that time. But later on, after the new German technology was introduced for the coloring of clothes, so the use of indigo was exempted from Europe. And that is why the rate of indigo and demand of indigo decreased. But still, the particular Britishers, they keep on pressurizing the peasants to grow more indigo. And even though they are growing, they have not got any kind of compensation or any kind of particular money for those particular crops. And the peasants were very sad and disheartened and worried about their land and particularly about their wages. So to stop this type of cultivations and this type of exploitation of peasants, particularly Champaran Satyagraha was brought. Gandhiji was invited to Bihar in Champaran, and particularly he started this movement in 1917. Before the Champaran Satyagraha, the farmers of Champaran used to adopt the Panch Katya system, in which were sown in 5 kathas out of 1 biga land. Options are indigo, cotton, sugarcane, or jute. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right, because the answer is indigo. So Panch Katya system was the system under which the native peasants of Champaran were forced to cultivate 5 katha indigo out of every 1 biga of land. In April 1917, the Champaran Satyagraha in Motihari, Bihar, was led by Mahatma Gandhi in India. Rajkumar Shukla requested Mahatma Gandhi to visit Champaran. So do remember, it is related to the cultivation of indigo. Indigo revolt particularly started in 1860, and Deenbandhu Mitra wrote Neel Darpan also related to the cultivation of indigo. Later on, Gandhiji led the Champaran movement against the indigo cultivation. Which of the following event is the oldest? Pune Pact, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, Non-Cooperation Movement, Quit India Movement. Take your time. And the answer is simple, I guess, because the answer is Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. So Pune Pact in 1932, Bhimrao Ambedkar negotiated with the Pune Pact with Mahatma Gandhi. This was done because there were particularly communal award was brought into India by Ramsay MacDonald, the Prime Minister of Britain at that time, after the second roundtable conference was done. And there was a dispute regarding the reservation for the scheduled caste or depressed classes. And Gandhiji sat on hunger strike in Yerwada jail. and that is why Pune Pact was signed in Yerwada Jail, Pune. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, it also called Massacre of Amritsar. It was an incident on 13 April 1919 in Amritsar, Punjab. So Jallianwala Bagh Massacre was a particular event that caused after the Rowlatt Act came, and there were some uprisings in Punjab area, and that is why the Michael O'Dwyer, the governor of Punjab, called for martial law and ordered Reginald Dyer to set an example. Non-cooperation movement, it was launched on 1st of August 1920 by the Indian National Congress under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. It was the first mob movement in India, and there were a lot of things that came together, like the Khilafat movement was there, the Rowlatt Act was there, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre was there. So India required a large movement at that time, and the first mob movement that came was non-cooperation movement. Quit India movement, it was launched on 8th August 1942 by Mahatma Gandhi. Hence, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre event is the oldest. The Chauri Chaura incident resulted in the abrupt closure of the options are Dandi Satyagraha, Quit India movement, civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movement. Think about it. And I guess the answer you're looking is quite simple and in front of you right here. That is non-cooperation movement. So non-cooperation movement was abruptly called off on 12th February 1922 by Gandhi following the Chauri Chaura incident in the Gorakhpur district of UP, held on 4th of February 1922, resulting in the death of about 22 policemen and 3 civilians. So non-cooperation movement was started in 1920, and at the starting of this movement, Gandhiji said just one thing, that we should follow the non-violence. But the point is that when this thing was done, Chauri Chaura incident happened, and Gandhiji was very affirmative about it, that we should call off this movement as India is not ready for the freedom. Chronologically, which of the following event happened first in course of India freedom struggle? Civil disobedience movement, Quit India movement, non-cooperation movement, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right, because the answer is Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. So Jallianwala Bagh Massacre happened on the day of Vaisakhi on 13th April 1919. Non-cooperation movement happened on 1st August 1920. Civil disobedience movement happened on 12th March 1930. Quit India movement happened on 8th August 1942. So this was all done under this Jallianwala Bagh Massacre was the oldest one. Which of the following chronological order of events of the freedom struggle is correct? Take your time and think about it. Options are, first of all, non-cooperation movement, Sepoy Mutiny, Champaran movement, partition of Bengal. Non-cooperation movement, Champaran movement, Sepoy Mutiny, partition of Bengal. Non-cooperation movement, Champaran movement, partition of Bengal, Sepoy Mutiny. Sepoy Mutiny, partition of Bengal, Champaran movement, non-cooperation movement. Think about it and try to find out the answer. And I guess the answer you are giving is right, because the answer is Sepoy Mutiny. That was in 1857. After that, partition of Bengal, that was 1905. Champaran movement, 1917. Non-cooperation movement, 1920. So as I said, the years are as follows. So the answer is D. Arrange the following events during the Indian freedom struggle chronologically. So these type of questions are quite simple one, but the thing is, you just need to know that what were the exact years. Options are the Salt March, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, Quit India movement, non-cooperation movement. So options are in front of you. Take your time and think about it. And the answer is A. That is, first of all, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre happened. After that, non-cooperation movement in 1920. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre already happened in 1919. Then came the Salt March, that was in 1930, on 12th of March 1930, and then Quit India Movement on 8th of August 1942. So you can see these are the particular dates of these particular things. So options is A is correct. Arrange the following event in their chronological order: Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, Non-Cooperation Movement and Khilafat Movement, Gandhi-Irvin Pact, Quit India Movement, and Champaran Movement. Options are in front of you. Take your time and think about it, guys. So to do these type of questions, very important thing is that you need to know exactly in which year which particular event happened. Like if we talk about Jallianwala Bagh, it happened in 1919. Non-cooperation 1920. Gandhi-Irvin Pact happened basically um, during the time of 1931. Quit India Movement in 1942. Champaran Movement in 1970. Now you can just go and directly choose your option. So option E, A, B, C, D is correct. So Champaran Movement 1917, Jallianwala Bagh 1919, Non-Cooperation Movement, Khilafat Movement together came 1919 to 1922. Gandhi-Irvin Pact 1931, Quit India Movement 1942. So answer is B. At which university did Mahatma Gandhi make his first public appearance in 1916 after the returning from South Africa to India? Very important question this is. And options are Banaras Hindu University, Allahabad University, Aligarh Muslim University, or University of Mumbai. Take your time. And I guess the answer is simple. Answer is Banaras Hindu University. So Mahatma Gandhi's first public address in India was on the occasion of opening ceremony of Banaras Hindu University in February 1916. After over 21 years stays in South Africa, Gandhiji returned to India on 9th January 1915 with his wife Kasturba. He landed at the Apollo Bandar in Bombay. It was during this time Gandhiji met Gokhale and made him his mentor. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, non-resident Indian Day, is celebrated every particular year starting in 2003 on 9 January to commemorate the return of Mahatma Gandhi from South Africa to Mumbai on 9 January 1915. So remember, Banaras Hindu University was, remember this also, that it was founded in 1916. In 1915, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India permanently from Britain, South Africa, Kenya, or USA. Think about it. So we just did this question, and I hope the answer is in front of you because the answer is South Africa. So Mahatma Gandhi's first public address in India was on the occasion of the opening ceremony of Banaras Hindu University in February 1916. After over 21 years stay in South Africa, Gandhiji returned to India on 9 January 1915 with his wife Kasturba. He landed at the Apollo Bandar in Bombay. It was during this time Gandhiji met Gokhale and made him his mentor. So the answer is South Africa, and it was done in 1915. Who advised Gandhiji to travel around British India, getting to know the land and its people? Options are Bipin Chandra Pal, Bhumesh Chandra Banerjee, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale. So think about it, guys. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite in front of you. So the answer is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. So Gopal Krishna Gokhale advised Gandhiji to travel around British India, getting to know the land and its people. Gandhiji called Gokhale his mentor and guide. Gokhale was the founder of the Servants of Indian Society. He was also the leader of moderates in Congress, in Indian National Congress. And particularly, he also became the political guru of Mahatma Gandhi. If we talk about more about this particular thing, so Gandhiji, after getting to know the British India, he organized or established the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad, and from there he particularly took the things and particularly active politics into his hand. And later on, he also transferred to Sevagram Ashram in Varda. So answer is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. When did non-cooperation and Khilafat movement begin? 1928, 1931, 1920, 1946. Think about it, guys. So basically, Khilafat movement was the thing that was started from Turkey. And later on, it came to India as well. In India, Ali brothers, that is the Shaukat Ali and Amanat Ali, they particularly took this movement into their hand. And along with that, India also started non-cooperation movement. So the answer is 1920. So Khilafat movement began on 17th October 1919 when the day was observed as the Khilafat Day all over the India. On 23rd November 1919, the first Khilafat conference met at Delhi. It was at this session that the Muslim considered feasibility of non-cooperation as a means of compelling the British government to redress the Khilafat wrong. On 10th March 1920, the Khilafat conference met at Calcutta and decided upon non-cooperation as the best weapon for the object of their agitation. The non-cooperation commenced on 1st August 1920. So the answer is 1920. And this particular movement happened till 1922, the non-cooperation movement. And the Khilafat movement almost ended around 1924. The non-cooperation movement was adopted at the Congress session in December 1920 at. So there was a special session that was organized. Options are one was a special session in 1920 and another one was the annual session. So at which session it was particularly adopted? Options: Nagpur, Surat, Aurangabad, Nasik. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right in front of you because the answer is Nagpur. So the non-cooperation movement was adopted at Nagpur session of the Congress in 1920. The non-cooperation movement was launched in 1920 by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. The Congress passed a resolution in favor of non-cooperation movement, defined Swaraj as its ultimate aim. Gandhiji withdrew the non-cooperation movement after the Chauri Chaura incident. So do remember, non-cooperation movement adopted at the Congress session in December 1920 at Nagpur. A special session was also held in 1920 and that was held in Calcutta. Remember that as well. Chauri Chaura incident during non-cooperation movement occurred in which district of Uttar Pradesh? Very important and very easy question. Options are Gorakhpur, Allahabad, Varanasi, Kanpur. Take your time. And I guess the answer is in your mind and you have chosen the right answer. Answer is Gorakhpur. Chauri Chaura is a town in Gorakhpur district in Uttar Pradesh. On February 4th, 1922, a violent set a public post of the British government on fire, due to which 22 police personnel were burned to death. This incident is known as Chauri Chaura incident. As a result of this, Gandhiji has said that the non-cooperation movement was no longer suitable due to violence and had withdrawn it. Because at the starting of this movement, Gandhiji said just one thing, that please do not choose violence. So as we did not comply with his policy, so he had chosen to call off the movement. On 12th February 1922, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi called off the movement, and because of that, he was critically criticized all over the nation, and the people choose different path apart from Gandhiji. Like a lot of revolutionaries have started the party that is called Hindustan Republican Association. Swaraj Party was also established in 1923. What was the main reason for calling off the non-cooperation movement by Gandhiji in 1922? A police station at Chauri Chaura in Uttar Pradesh was set on fire by a mob. The movement was completed by achieving the target. Gandhiji was seriously ill. Gandhiji was arrested and compelled to stop the movement. So think about it and try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess the question is very simple and answer is very simple also, because the answer is police station at Chauri Chaura in Uttar Pradesh was set on fire by a mob. So, Chauri Chaura is a town in Gorakhpur district in Uttar Pradesh. On 4th February 1922, a violent set a police post of the British government on fire, due to which 22 police personals were burned to death. This incident is also known as Chauri Chaura incident. As a result of this, Gandhiji has said that the non-cooperation movement was no longer suitable due to violence and had withdrawn it on 12th February 1922. M.K. Gandhi called off the movement. So remember, the answer is E option. And after this, Gandhiji took retirement from active politics, and till 1930 we do not see Gandhiji actively participating in any movement. Finally, in 1930, he again became active with the Salt March, and also known as Civil Disobedience Movement. Champaran Satyagraha is related to indigo cultivation, leather production, textile mill strike, or making of salt. Think about it. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right, because answer is indigo cultivation. So Champaran Satyagraha is related to indigo cultivation. Champaran Satyagraha of 1917 was the first Satyagraha movement led by Mahatma Gandhi in British India, and is considered a historical important rebellion in the Indian independence movement. It was a farmer uprising that took place in Champaran district of Bihar in the Indian subcontinent during the British colonial period. The farmers were protesting against the cultivation of indigo. So do remember, answer is A, indigo cultivation. In which city was Gandhiji informed about the problems in Champaran and invited to visit the place? Options are Delhi, Patna, Lucknow, Ahmedabad. Think about it. So I guess the answer you have in your mind is quite simple and just in front of you, because the answer is Lucknow. So Gandhiji was informed about the atrocities on indigo farmers in Champaran at the 31st session of the Indian National Congress in Lucknow in 1916. So in 1916, a session was held in Lucknow, and Gandhiji was there, as it was headed by Ambika Charan Majumdar. But the major point is that Indian National Congress and Indian Muslim League came together on one platform. So Rajiv Kumar Shukla got the opportunity to meet Mahatma Gandhi, and Rajiv Kumar Shukla convinced Mahatma Gandhi to visit Champaran, which was a turning point in India's struggle for independence. It was a famous indigo cultivator of Champaran, and he was moneylender as well. Gandhiji reached Motihari, then the district headquarters of undivided Champaran, with Rajkumar Shukla on 15th April 1970. So the answer is Lucknow. What was the name of the judge who presided over the trial of Mahatma Gandhi after the non-cooperation movement? Justice Harold Blacker, Justice Adam Bittleston, Justice C.N. Bromfield, or Justice Abdur Rahim? Very important and moderate to high level question this is. Try to think about it. So I guess the answer you are thinking is right, because the answer is Justice C.N. Bromfield. So non-cooperation movement was a reaction towards the oppressive policies of the British Indian government, such as Rowlatt Act of 18 March 1919, as well as towards the Jallianwala Bagh massacre of 13th April 1919. Gandhiji started a movement called non-cooperation movement, but due to the Chauri Chaura incident on 4th February 1922, it was withdrawn. Gandhiji was arrested and a trial was held before Bromfield, district and session judge of Ahmedabad. He was sent to jail for 6 years, but due to poor health, he was released after the 2 years. So remember, the answer is Justice C.N. Bromfield. When did Mahatma Gandhi return to India from South Africa? December 1920, March 1919, November 1913, January 1915. Try to think about it, guys. And I guess the answer you are thinking is quite simple and right in front of you, because Gandhiji returned from South Africa in January 1915. To be specific, on 9 January 1915. So Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa on 9 January 1915. In modern day today, it is celebrated as NRI Day. After arriving in India, Mahatma Gandhi successfully organized Satyagraha movement in various places. Gandhi returned to India from South Africa in 1915 at the request of Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is celebrated on 9 January every year to mark the contribution of overseas Indian community in the development of India. 9 January was chosen as the day to celebrate this occasion, since it was on this day in 1915 that Mahatma Gandhi, the greatest Pravasi, returned to India from South Africa. So do remember that January 1915 was the day when Mahatma Gandhi returned from South Africa, and he was called by Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale became his political guru. Champaran movement was against which of the following? Against the imposition of additional tax by zamindars, against the Rowlatt Act 1919, against the financial atrocities of the British government, against the forced cultivation of indigo. Try to think about it. And the answer is quite simple, because the answer is indigo cultivation, against the forced cultivation of indigo. Option D. Champaran Satyagraha of 1917 was the first Satyagraha movement led by Gandhiji in India to free indigo workers from excess of indigo planters under Teen Tatiya system, who were trying to exploit peasants by increasing rent after falling of indigo price due to the origin of synthetic dyes, and considered a historical important revolt in the Indian independence movement. It was far more surprising that took place in Champaran district of Bihar, India during the British colonial period. So do remember, answer is against the forced cultivation of indigo. Remember that Neel Darpan was written by Deen Bandhu Mitra, and it was the particular play that tells exactly what happens under the system of indigo cultivation. And indigo revolt was started in 1860. Who founded the Natal Indian Congress to fight against racial discrimination? Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel. Think about it. It is simple to think about it. And I guess the answer you are thinking is quite simple and right, because the answer is Mahatma Gandhi. So Natal Indian Congress was founded by Mahatma Gandhi in 1894 to fight against racial discrimination. The Natal Congress in its early stages focused on providing equality to all races and people of all castes, gender and creed. So answer is Mahatma Gandhi. And Natal Indian Congress was founded by Mahatma Gandhi in the year 1894. After that, the first Satyagraha was also organized in South Africa, and first time Gandhiji was jailed was in South Africa. In South Africa, he also started a newspaper or journal called Indian Opinion, and established two ashrams in South Africa. One was Tolstoy Farm, another one was Phoenix Ashram. In which year did Mahatma Gandhi organize a satyagraha to support the peasants of the Kheda district? 1917, 1919, 1918, 1915. Think about it. And the answer is simple, 1918. So remember this with a trick called cake. That is Champaran, Ahmedabad and Kheda. So firstly Champaran happened, then Ahmedabad mill strike, then Kheda Satyagraha. So they have happened in chronological order. So Kheda Satyagraha of 1918 took place in the Kheda districts of Gujarat, India during the period of British Raj. It was a Satyagraha movement organized by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. It was a major revolt in Indian independence movement. It was the second Satyagraha movement after Champaran Satyagraha. Gandhiji organized this movement to support the peasants. So do remember, answer is Kheda Satyagraha that was happened in 1918. Which of the following ashram was not established by Mahatma Gandhi? Sevagram Ashram, Tolstoy Farm, Pavanar, or Sabarmati? Very simple question. Think about it. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right, because the answer is Pavanar. So, Pavanar Ashram of Wardha was founded by a great reformer, Vinoba Bhave. He was conferred with the name of Acharya and is much famous for his Bhudan movement after independence. He is considered as the national teacher of India and a spiritual successor of Mahatma Gandhi. So, if we are talking about Vinoba Bhave, remember one more thing, that he was also appointed as the first individual satyagrahi under the individual satyagraha movement that was started in 1940. So, do remember the answer is Pavanar. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things with me in this session regarding the different type of movement started by Gandhiji. I will meet you in the next session in which we will discuss some more things related to the modern history. Till then, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.